Yeah, that's right, I know your ass. And I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna keep cooking the way I want. Said you wanted to cook, didn't you? Cook that nigga! Anybody wanna make some money, do shit the right way, then please, by all means, stay. But if not, get the fuck out!
All right, man.
You getting DP?
Just get the fuck out.
You motherfuckers.
All right. Now what?
Ever cooked before?
You serious?
I want to work.
All right.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Hey, make sure y'all tap in with Let's Yap About It podcast, man. Real dynamic.
If you don't know, man, you tuned in to Let's Yap About It. Even though I don't talk, but he got something to say. Stuck emotions out now.
Now y'all tuned in to Let's Yap About It. This ain't no podcast, it's a problem cast. I know why the name Fat Pimp Texas very own. Hey man, tell your baby mama I'm looking for her. Tell your wife I'm looking for her. That's what it is, man. Let's Yap About It, man. This ain't no podcast, it's a problem cast. Fat motherfucker Pimp, let's go, man.
Cuz. Don't lie, cuz. I don't fuck with too much talking. I don't be on that yapping shit, cuz. But you feel me? We can yap about it. You hear me on the podcast, you hear me? Yap About It podcast. Goddamn, go tap in with my people, bro. You hear me? The Smush gonna come with the interview real soon, too, y'all. So make sure y'all tap in, you hear me? We fucking with Yap About It podcast. Nigga, let's yap about it, cuz. Heard you was still talking, cuz. Let's yap about it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's yap about it. Yeah. Let's yap about it. Yap About It podcast. Yeah. Starring Raw Bass. Let's yap about it. Yeah. Let's yap about it. Let's yap about it. Yeah. Let's yap. Let go. Yeah. Let's yap about it. We in the mix. Fit too savage. Let's yap about it. Had to pray for all of my children. Now the whole world be listening. Talk to niggas from prison. Spoke how they was living. How the COs be tripping. Rappers losing on the back end because promoter dudes keep dipping. Seen the show when the dude started out of bloods, then start cripping. Stripper niggas stop tipping. How the game niggas stop flipping. Bad attitude, so he had to move just to keep his ass out of prison. Seen a show about a young hoe fucked on a sister, man, no apology. Let's yap about it. If the bitch come around me, she can holler at me. Check my Instagram, she was following me. Cause she knew I be where them dollars be. Rapid funds, but I keep it going. I fuck you up, no apologies. Let's yap about it. Let's yap about it. Let's yap about it. Shit too savage. Savage like music.
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? We are definitely back, man. Got to give y'all some love tonight. Man, got to give y'all some love tonight, man. I want to thank y'all, man. I just wanted to thank y'all for joining me tonight. I got a interesting, and extraordinary broadcast for y'all tonight from none other than me. You already know who it is, Raw the Prop. And I came to tap into y'all because I got an interview that is definitely, when I say off the chain, in depth, and direct, live, and full effect for you, the people. This is going to be one for the history books. Listen to me. I got somebody that's a special guest that has been through a lot. I mean, legendary status. You know what I'm saying? Bloodline is legendary status. Listen to me. I know I told y'all in the post, and I told y'all in the reel that I had some mixed emotions, but I'm standing firm and I'm standing on what I believe in all the way to the right. And I have to introduce you to a young man that is in the tattoo game, but is attached to legendary status. Listen to me. His name, none other, and I want y'all to give him a big yap applause, man. It's none other than Bison Miller himself. Listen, we got something to yap about. Listen, if y'all got questions, let me know. Type them in the comment section because we're gonna be walking through this. This is gonna be a slow walk, and it's gonna be something interesting, and this is something to be talked about for a very, very long time. Bison Miller, man, I appreciate you for joining me tonight, and we got a lot to yap about. But I first want to actually give my people, you know what I'm saying, the proper introduction to tonight's program. And to y'all that's joining for the first time, man, listen, if you ever had a chance, listen, please like, subscribe, to share tonight's program. Welcome to the Let's Yap About It podcast, where we are changing the world one conversation at a time. I'm Robert Higgins, your host for tonight's program. Please subscribe, share, hit the like button to let you know that we appreciate you for tuning in. The conversation we have, concrete and tough, but nonetheless, we want to spark the brain, entertain, and most of all, explain in detail what we yapping about. I also want to say this too. If you ever get a chance, check out some of the old programs, man. But tonight we definitely got to yap about. Vice, and how you doing, man? Tap in with me. Hold on. Hit your unmute button. Let's see if I can get you on here. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. You should be able to say something. Hit that mute button one more time. Let me see if I can get you on here and actually get you out on there where you can unmute. You see it? Not hearing you in the chat. Let's see if I can bring you up. Hold on. Let's see what we can do. We can get you up here. It says that you're unmuted. Is your volume up? You say your volume's all the way up? Let's just see. Hold on. Tell you what, kick out and then come back in and see if I can get you in here. I'm going to bring him up. Oh, yeah. And tonight on the program, listen, if you got any comments about the Cassie situation, Megan Thee Stallion situation, as you can see, Glorilla just got unfollowed by Megan Thee Stallion for sharing Tory Lane's song. Listen, if y'all got something to say, listen, I'm going to type it in the chat. Do you think she's innocent or guilty? Let me see if I can bring him back up. Let's see if I can bring him back up to the scene real quick.
All right, let's see.
There we go.
There it is. What's going on, man? Appreciate you for having me on here, man.
Yeah, nothing much, man. I got to give you some love, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Now for everybody, I want you to take your time. Take your time, man. Definitely. Let the people know where you are, where you from, and where they can contact you at.
Shoot. All right. Well, I'm Bison Miller.
I'm from Lubbock, Texas. I'm born and raised in Lubbock, Texas. Been here my whole life. I'm a tattoo artist slash college basketball player. Um, I played 1 year of college basketball in Missouri and 2 years in Oklahoma. And I'm back here in Lubbock and I'm tattooing right now. I'm in the middle of the transfer portal. Um, I'm just doing my best to be the best version of myself. And you can contact me through Instagram or any of my socials. Everything's Ink by V Millie.
Absolutely. Look, let me put him up on the screen. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. If you ever get a chance, look at the bottom of the screen. That's his contact. That's all the contacts. And if you ever get in touch with him, look, they got the code at the bottom. You'll get 20% off. So definitely, I wanted to introduce you like that. But also, I wanted to ask you a question before we get into anything. Growing up, how was your home life, man? Let us in. Let us in on that a little bit.
Well, I'll keep it real with you. I mean, my home life was pretty good growing up, as after the fact that, I mean, to be honest, that my dad had left. He left when I was around 2 years old, 2, 3 years old. So he left. And after that, I mean, it was smooth sailing. I ended up having another father figure come in, have a stepdad now. He came in when I was around 4 or 5-ish and, really laid down what it was supposed to look like for me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, were you and your family close growing up?
I think so for sure. I mean, even with my actual dad, I think we were relatively close. After some years, he ended up getting back in contact, and we did some visitation and stuff like that. Um, and we would talk and talk on the phone or text and stuff like that. And I was okay with doing that because I don't ever want to burn any bridges ever with anybody, and no matter what the case is. And I can understand all sides of things. I see how things go. So you know I was real close with my entire family. I'm a big family guy.
Hmm. And I'm one big for family too, especially in our culture. We all we got, and we definitely all we
Exactly.
got. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Mother, father, grandmother, cousins, aunties, uncles. We all we got, and at the end of the day, if we don't have love, then we don't have nothing. So I totally agree with you on that.
No, no doubt. No doubt.
Absolutely. Having a two-parent household is a thing that is not appreciated in these times enough. Uh, I'm going to ask you a personal question. Do you think it'll grow over time?
Do I think that the appreciation of it
Yes,
will grow?
absolutely.
I hope it grows. I definitely hope it grows because, it's so often nowadays that that's not a thing that happens where you have a two-parent household. And it's like it's becoming the normal, and it's not, I mean, in all honesty, it's not right. I understand, sometimes it may happen. I get it. Like I get it. People have their differences, and sometimes you got to go your separate ways. But I definitely believe that appreciation will grow because eventually some people will look back and go like, dang, like it'd be nice to have that. And eventually it'll become such a normal that it's like, man, back when people used to stay together all the time, man, those were the days. And then it'll be cool to do it again. You know what I'm saying? History goes in trends, man. It's trends. So I think it'll definitely grow. And I hope it grows.
Me, I can appreciate it, going from a two-parent household down to a one-parent household. And, I have a daughter, she's 12, and, she got that for a little while. And, going through our transition and separation, I hope one day to give her that fully. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I
No
shared that
doubt.
appreciation, as a child. And then I also, definitely wanted to have that in the future for my daughter. Nonetheless, she got it. But long as she has love between both parents, you know what I'm saying? And she knows that that's the most important key. And to
No doubt.
everybody out there too, man, listen to me. Having two parents involved when that child knows that the two parents love them, man, that's the key essential ingredient to a successful child. You know what I'm saying? So
No doubt. No doubt.
now, now I'm gonna ask you this. I heard you talk about your hobbies. You said you played basketball, man. Tell us
I
about your
do.
experience in basketball.
I do basketball, man. Basketball was my whole entire life. I mean, I started playing when I was like 3 years old, so I mean, I worked hard at it from day one. I knew I loved basketball. Uh, I mean, I played all through middle school, high school, did all the things, worked really hard. I was able to get myself to be able to pay for college and through scholarship to play. And I mean, I'm living my dream. You know, that was my dream, was to play collegiate basketball, and now I'm doing that. And I mean, I'm currently in the transfer portal, and we'll see where that leads. You know, I got 2 more years of eligibility left, and we'll see how I want to do those things here soon. Make those decisions, kind of big decisions. But I mean, basketball has really been my life, and it led me to a lot of great connections that I have today.
Almost there, man. So now you said you've been playing since you were, a knee above high water. Uh, who was your inspiration? Who did you go after as far as, what I'm saying, style of play? Who was your influences?
Man, I gotta say, I really like Brandon Ingram. I love Brandon Ingram, and I watched him play when he was on the Pelicans, and all of my family's from Louisiana, so
Okay.
everybody's in NOLA. A lot of them are all in NOLA, and I love NOLA, and so I always wanted to be a Pelican. And so Brandon Ingram, man, that was my guy, and I wanted to be just like Brandon Ingram. I'm skinny like Brandon Ingram. I got the same build. I wanted it all. I wanted to be just like Brandon Ingram, and he's tatted up. I like the tats, all of it. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, no, Brandon Ingram was my inspiration, no doubt, no doubt.
Man, I think as far as Brandon Ingram, one of the coldest, you know what I'm saying, and I think just him getting in the right spot, you know what I'm saying, because his talents are cold, you know what I'm saying. He's definitely one of the top players in the NBA, and I followed him too, from LA
Yeah,
all the way to the Pelicans and whatnot. But I'm gonna say this for him, he must have a fast stomach because I ain't gonna lie, I would probably end up like Zion Wilson, especially
that,
with them beignets. You know what I'm
exactly,
saying? I can't. Well, every time I see some beignets, man.
man. No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah,
You got that gumbo belly, man.
man. Hey, man, that's that get money good. Shout out, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Shout out to Zion, though, man. I hope he comes back stronger this season.
Man,
You know
come
what I'm
on,
saying? He's been through
please.
a lot, man. Listen, I know he's been in the news for, you know, all the right and the, things, but I hope he can get his career back on track. And I still believe in him. I still think he has that potential. Like I say, lock in, focus. Hey, hell, get with Braun. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man,
Mhm.
you see, he's dedicated and disciplined, and I hope much
No
love and
doubt.
much success to him. Though, you know what I mean? But
No doubt.
I gotta ask you this: do you have any siblings?
I do. I'll tell you, it's a little complicated, but
Yeah.
so I don't have a single full sibling in my family. I
Hmm.
got a little sister. I have a little brother. My little sister is from my stepdad and my mom, and my little brother is from my actual dad and my stepmom.
Okay.
And then after those two, well, and then I have another sister who's 3 months older than me. Same dad, different mom again. And then after those three, I got a brother, two brothers who were basically adopted by my family. They were my best friends. We grew up, and they didn't have their best home life, and they wanted to do a little better for themselves. And so me and my family, we took it upon ourselves to bring them in and, help them with their grades, help them with their sports, get to where they are today. So that is my sibling life.
Shout
That's
out
my
to you,
family.
man. Being a big brother, sometimes it you don't realize how influential you are. Especially in the household when you think that they're not watching you, they definitely watching you. And I applaud you, definitely for being a big brother. Um,
I appreciate you.
Now I know you say you from Lubbock, you know what I mean? How was the neighborhood in Lubbock? Talk to us about that.
Man, I love Lubbock. Lubbock's nice college town. Shout out Texas Tech.
Okay,
Love the
yeah.
Raiders, man. I love Lubbock. Lubbock's real nice. I mean, it's kind of for a while everybody knows everybody, but now I mean, shoot, Lubbock's expanding. It's getting a lot bigger. There's a lot of more attractions and more things to do. I mean, we got tons of food. I mean, it's getting densely populated, and now Love is getting put on the map for all the things that I think it should have been in West Texas area. You know, we got good sports. We got good food. We got all the things that you need, you know. It's a little dry out here. We're lacking in the rain category.
Mhm.
But I mean, Lubbock's great. Lubbock's great. I loved that atmosphere that it has given me growing up here, living here. I love it. And I want to be able to give back to Lubbock and make it what it deserves to be.
Okay, okay. Now, when I hear you say Texas Tech, it makes me think about I believe the legendary Bobby Knight, you know what I'm saying, was there for a second, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Also his son, I believe so, was his successor down there too as well. And then you can't get bigger than I think believe Patrick Mahomes, you know what I'm saying? That's my
Yeah.
dog, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I'm a
Kansas
Chiefs
City
fan,
Chiefs,
so
man.
man, one of the greatest things to come out of Texas Tech, and then you
No doubt.
also up and coming, definitely. You know what I'm saying? I know you're gonna, put the city on the map. So
Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's the goal.
yes, sir. Now, for everybody that wants to know, and they seen the advertisement, they seen it on Instagram, and they seen it on YouTube. Now, take us to the day, and I have to ask, take us to the day when your dad became famous before the world. Let the people know what happened, man.
Man, it was a crazy day. I mean, I didn't expect anything. I really didn't. I went to school. This was during around the COVID time, you know, and so we had to wear masks. I was doing online. I was doing virtual school, and so every day I would go to school, and I had to go to practice in the morning, and then I go home right after practice because I was on the basketball team. So I went to practice that morning, and as soon as I got out of practice, my phone had just been blown up. It was, I mean, like I could scroll through the text. I mean, through the text and the calls. It was crazy. And I was like, dang, like something got going on. Like maybe someone got COVID or something. Like, what's going on? Like, shoot. And I called my mom back and I'm getting ready to leave. And she like, yo, like you gotta get home. Your dad did some I mean, absolute craziest thing ever, man. And I'm like, what? And she's like, I'll have to tell you when you get home. Like, I got to tell you when you get home. And I'm just like, all right, cool. I live down the street. I get home, I get inside, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, what are you talking about? Like, she was like, he burned down the Mason County Courthouse. Dude. And I was like, there's no way. No way. Like, there's no way. I was like, what? And she said, like, she was like, he had court today. He had court this morning. He was supposed to, and he burned it down. And I was like, no way. Like, what? And my uncle, my dad's brother, was texting her and texting me and kind of giving us updates. And he was like, well, we don't really know where he's at, but he had took off. Like, okay, cool. Like, I don't know, but he's gone somewhere. And then next thing you know, I'm on my way to my room, just like, I guess we'll go about the day, see what happens from it. And I get a notification that he went live on Facebook. Dude, I about lost my mind. I said, there's no way. There's no way. And sure enough, I mean, if you saw it in the clips, man, it's just that I started off the clip the same way he started it live. He put his hand through the sunroof and just showed he on the run with it. And I just sat there and watched. I mean, it was about an hour and a half long, and it was crazy. He's asking for me, and I'm in the live, and I don't know. It didn't make any sense, and He didn't try contacting me. He didn't call me. It was just like he was looking for me, and I was right there. But the mind, can play some tricks on you.
Now, I gotta ask you this: when you heard all of this, was it surreal? And what was the first thing that went through your mind? Did you have like a belief, like, wait a minute, hold on, is this a prank or is this,
You know, I'll be real with you. I was like, yeah, it's something he do. Like, like it's something he do. Like, I was like, yeah, yeah. Like I've experienced him my whole life. We had some good times. I can admit that,
yeah.
but there was a lot more bad than there was good. But I'm never gonna hate anybody. But I was like, yeah, I could see it. And when it happened, man, I was just like, wow. And I talked to my sister like immediately after, and I was like, yo, like this is crazy.
And
And
and I want to ask that too. What did your family say in this was going on? What were your friends saying? Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure that they were by you. Like, like we'll take us through that.
well, man, since it was COVID, I didn't have a ton of friends like by me or anything like that. So it was just me, and like I tried to update my friends here and there, but it was kind of so hectic that I didn't get to tell them until like after everything had happened. And like they were just like, dude, no way. Like you told me crazy. I've told them crazy stories, and they're like, I didn't think he'd do anything like that. And then my mom, she was just like, I told you, I told you so. Like it's like it was just like it's crazy, and it was like we honestly was like we will probably never see him again. Like most likely.
N- Now, now this is the thing. What was it about the courthouse that your dad fought the power? That's in my eyes to burn it down. You know what I'm saying? Because to burn down the courthouse, I was feeling him. You know what I'm saying?
I
Hey,
mean,
you know,
I don't even know, dude. He had court the next day, and he just wanted to. That was his idea. I don't even. I mean, I haven't even talked to him about it like that yet. Like, he hasn't opened up about it or just been like why he did it. Like, he just did it, and like it had no other connection to the rest of the story. You know what I mean? Like,
because
I'll tell you the rest of the story, man. So he thought that I got kidnapped by the mafia, right? And I don't know, something going on in the brain, man. But he thought I got kidnapped by the mafia, and he burned down my cousin's house because he thought that they were working for the mafia. So they helped me get kidnapped. So he
what?
burned down my cousin's house first, right? And it's a small town. It's a real small town. So the entire fire department went there. And so while they're there, he's already gone, and he's headed to the court. He's at the courthouse. He's in the courthouse. And so he does the thing, does that. They're at my cousin's house trying to get the fire out. Well,
Mhm.
by the time they're ready to get to the courthouse is, I mean, headline of the picture, man. It's up. It's up in flames. There's nothing you could do to stop it.
And it's funny you said that the cousin's house was burned as well. I felt that they had led up to something, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and you explained it about the mafia being the
Yeah.
major connection to it. Now, I'm gonna ask this: had you spoke to your dad prior to that situation, or I mean, it seemed like everything was cool. You know what I mean? Because from what I see on the video, it seemed like he was fine. It didn't seem like he was erratic about anything. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Yeah. No, there's some more clips. I'll have to do a part two for sure. But there's some
Okay.
more clips. He gets a lot more erratic. But I talked to him beforehand, and like everything seemed cool. Like that was the odd part. Like everything seemed fine. Like I had texted him. He texted me at one point, and it was a little odd. Like it was like he sent me like some random, like it was like looked like it was a code or something. And I was like,
Cryptic.
what? Like it was just like a random message. And I sent him back like a question mark, and I never heard anything back. And then next thing you know, that's what I got. Like next thing you know, he was on Facebook Live. So I was like, well, what the heck? And I don't. It just I don't. It didn't make sense. It
Okay,
was
looking back at the video, your dad, like I say, he seemed calm.
yeah.
Do you know if he spoke to anyone or had connection to him in any type of way? Now that I would ask that question because, like I said, when I seen him, um, and also this too, after all the news and media coverage, and he was taken into custody, and I'm pretty sure the police was investigating you all for what he said on Instagram Live. Did they come to you and ask y'all questions and ask y'all guys
No,
anything?
I'll tell you. We didn't get any questions. I didn't get questioned. My mom didn't get questioned. I don't even think my sister got questioned. Like, and that was, I guess, looking back, that is like kind of odd that we didn't get questioned for anything. Like, but he did talk to after he burned the courthouse down. He talked to our cousin, and he told our cousin that he had done it. And that was the biggest issue because not only that, he also burned down my cousin's house. So, that's he burned a bridge literally.
I would say
And
literally, no pun
yeah,
intended.
so he told them that he had done it, and of course, that's where it started. That's where they knew who. That's how they knew who to look for. Because at first they didn't know who to look for, and so that him talking to my cousin was I think the only reason that he, I mean, started to get caught. I mean, the courthouse was really old too. I don't like cameras. I don't even know if they had cameras, for all I know. Like, I don't know.
I started
And I know
looking.
he talked to my sister, but he was super brief.
I looked at the story and I started reading into it about Mason County. It was being restored at that time. I guess it was being named
Yes.
a historical landmark, right?
Hmm.
And so I'm pretty sure that they were, renovating it. They didn't have any cameras in there nonetheless. But
Yeah.
it made me think, and that's what made me wanted to ask you those questions about did the police, come and investigate you guys, and for them not to do that, that doesn't seem like a norm, you know what I'm saying? Especially when he was trying to get in contact with y'all guys. And like I say, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I am. But it makes me
Okay.
raise the question of what was going on in between the lines. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Yeah. It was. I don't know. Like it was weird, and there was just a dry spell, like of like no contact. Like they didn't get to talk a ton, and like I mean, there was maybe a few calls and texts here and there between court hearings and stuff like that.
Did they
But
allow you to go or no?
I didn't go. I was in the middle of basketball
Mhm.
and like all of that stuff, so I wasn't able to go, and I didn't necessarily need to go either. I just like I had to watch once they uploaded. I could watch online too, because they did a lot of it was still during COVID too, so I had to do some online, and so I had to watch online. It was I don't know. It was interesting, but that no, I mean they didn't talk to any of us. It was really interesting, honestly.
And see, and like I said, that raised the flag, and then made me also want to tell you this. I know he went through the due process, but in the process, had he had any contact with any of the other family or anything like that, or were they just being briefed by court basis?
During that he had contact, so like he could update and talk to all of us and like let us know what they were saying or what was going to happen next maybe or what even like I don't know his lawyer would be saying or whatever, like anything like that. It would just be like just little updates here and there, and then he'd try and have a normal conversation, which I honestly really respected that because he also wanted to just find some, like people want to find n- norm not
I guess a
normality. They
middle
want it to be
ground.
normal in a hard
Yeah.
time. Like when it's hard, people want it to be as normal as possible. Want to feel normal, want to feel at home. And so he tried to keep it relatively normal, which I respected, honestly.
That's good. And like I said, I know he was convicted for 75 years. Um, I mean, that's a serious time. And even me, like I said, even doing this interview, I felt like there was something there, you know what I'm saying, anti-government, or you know what I'm saying, judicial system, for him to go against the grain like that. I felt for him, and it's like, dang, 75. It's like, yeah, he burned, the
Yeah,
arson thing, but still 75 years. It's like,
that's a
come on,
lot.
that's
A
a
lot.
very long time.
That's a
And
lot.
and I believe that's not state time. That's what, federal time.
Well, I guess that's what I assumed as well, but he
Yeah,
is in state
he's
right
in
now.
state.
So, yeah, he's in
Okay,
Tennessee Colony.
okay,
And
okay,
so
okay.
that's South Texas somewhere, little to the east. But
And and I'm gonna have to say this, shout out to him, definitely Mr. Nicholas Miller. You know what I'm saying?
shout out.
Um, um, this I know you say you and your father, y'all talk and what have you. So fast forward since then, how have you been? I want to ask about you, the person. How have you been through the whole process of it all?
I've been really good, honestly. I I took that and I kind of used it as fuel, because um I saw that a lot of people saw that was my dad. A lot of people didn't even know that who that was.
Mhm,
And they then knew that was my dad, and I wanted to build a better representation of myself in the Miller name.
mhm,
And so I took it upon myself to go, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do everything I gotta do. I made sure that my grades were great. Stayed in the gym, got myself a scholarship, spent all the time I could with my family, did everything that I could to help benefit my family in any way. And I mean, I've became such a I mean, not that I was a bad person. I don't think I ever was, but I it motivated me to be the absolute best person I could ever be. And I'm thankful for it.
I'm gonna say this to you on a personal level. Shout out to my boy Black. He always said this. Everybody loves a trial and triumph story, and you know what I'm saying. Like you said, you use this as rocket fuel to propel yourself to bring that family name to a certain level of prominence. And you know what I'm saying. I have to applaud you. You know what I'm saying, to keep your head
Thank you.
straight, focused, and different
Thank you.
things like that. And then also, I'll say this, and I learned this from a good guy that I learned this from, and I met him along the way in life. His name is Drez. He told me no builds legacies. So any opportunity that you may seem fit for you and that you get a no out of it, it's gonna build your legacy, and you building your legacy now. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Telling
No
your
doubt.
story. So yeah,
No doubt. Thank you. Thank you.
most does. So now, without further ado, I heard you say things, especially about tattooing. You know what I'm saying? How did you get into tattooing?
Man, I went to school my freshman year, and man, I was just drawing. I was drawing, and my teammates kept seeing me draw. And one day, they're like, "Yo, like, we need a tattoo artist. There's nowhere to get tattoos." I mean, I looked up. I love tattoos. I already had loved tattoos. I love getting tattoos, and I wanted more, but there was
Mhm,
nobody in the area who really did tattoos. Nor, and if there was, work wasn't the of best quality that I wanted. And so I was like, yo, I want to learn. Like, I'm going to do it. And, I had saved up a lot of money, and I had been gifted a lot of money for graduating high school and stuff like that. And so I was like, yo, you know what? I'm going to do it. Like, I went on to all the tattooing supply shop websites, and I got all the supplies I needed. And like I was like, I'm gonna learn, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna be good at it. Like I have to be good at it. Like there's no, because I spent all this money on it. So if I don't make that return on investment, then I'm failing. you know, and I knew I could draw, I knew I could do it. So I mean, shoot, you know, there's tattoo fake skin, and I practiced one time, and my roommate, he goes over and he's like, okay, that looks good, let's do it. And I'm like, whoa, you're crazy. Like, I just practiced once, man. And he was like, no, let's do it. Like, I trust you. And I practiced, I did it on him, and it came out good. And honestly, like, the rest was history. Like, I didn't practice again. Like, I kept tattooing people, and I kept learning and advancing. And I mean, it took me to some really good connections.
Mhm.
And I mean, now I'm in a great tattoo shop, and I mean, it's done some wonders for me.
Man, and that's what's up. Now I got to say this. Now I've seen a lot of your designs on your Instagram page. What were some of your inspiration behind some of those designs?
Shoot, you know, I think I have an eye for the way that art flows with the body, and I love all kinds of art, and I love all kinds of objects. I think everything in the world really is art. Like, from the way that buildings are built to the way they're painted to murals on the building. Like, every little bit on that is just art. Everything's art. There's so much to see, there's so much to learn. And so I try and design like and make everything unique. I try and design like it's someone's story. Like, I'm telling their story on them now. So they're telling me their story, I get their information, and now it's my turn to interpret their story in my form of art. And so I want to do that for all of my clients. And that's where I get all my designs from. I want everything to be original. I want to, you know, give everybody the best art that they can have.
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up. Now, also, I want to say this too. Your name is starting to bubble, and as you can see at the bottom, people are already chiming in. They've got a few definite tattoos from you. What's your goal? You know what I'm saying? I know you're in the studio, you're doing your thing. Well, what's your ultimate goal?
Man, I want to have a tattoo empire. Like, I want I want to, you know, be a sponsored artist. I want to own tattoo shops all over the place with filled with the best artists that treat clients like royalty. Like, I mean, you have the thing about tattoos is there's a ton of great artists. There's a ton out in the world. But what will separate myself and the people that I want to work with is who they are as people and the experience that they give to their clients. You can go in and get a good, real good tattoo, something beautiful. But if you're sitting there and you're drawing, not saying a word to your client or not making them laugh or developing a relationship with that person, then you're not giving them an experience. You're not. You're selling art, and you're not going to get returning clientele that way, and you're not going to build relationships that way. You could be tattooing somebody who has the biggest connection of your life, but because you are afraid to speak up, you'll never even know, you know? And
And I
so I want to build an empire. I want to be a great artist. I want to be known by hundreds of thousands, millions of people. And I want to be known not just for my art, but for my personality and who I am as a human. And share that love for tattooing and love for people and what the world can be all in the same space and have all of those spaces all over the world.
And then see, and it's definitely relatable because, like I say, you could be a great artist, but when the customer service is lacking, then it already defeats the purpose. And I can see already as you articulate yourself, especially when it comes to the body of art and tattooing, and you mixing it all together. You're very professional, man, and I know it's gonna grow. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you,
Thank you.
bro. Now, now I want to get into this. There are a lot of young boys out here who are grinding to make it happen. And I know you've been through a lot. So, what would you tell a young guy that's come up and coming? Because believe it or not, this is going to be watched and this is going to be influential to them. So, what message do you have for them?
Man, I'll tell you what. I I don't know what specifically your beliefs are or anybody else who's listening beliefs are, but I'll tell you mine, and I will tell you that keep your head in the Bible, keep your head up there with God, trust in God, and listen to what He's telling you. And I promise you, He can help you make your dreams come true. You follow His path, and I promise you, He will help your dreams come true. There are going to be hard times, there's going to be easier times. But if you stick to the script, stick to His plan, trust in Him, I'm telling you, you will make it and you can do amazing, amazing things. Amazing things. Because the word says, if you are with Him, then who can be against you?
Come on,
And that's what
man.
I'm
Come
saying.
on. Come on.
That is my biggest word for the youngsters out there. Trust in God, keep your head down, make the right decisions, and you'll be great. You'll be great.
Now I got a question, and I know this is a twist to the left, but I gotta ask you. You said art. You definitely into tattooing. I have to ask this question: what's some of your favorite music? Who are some of the artists that you listen to?
Man, I'll tell you, I love artists who tell stories, because I think art is a story. I think um I like Kendrick Lamar. I think Kendrick Lamar has a lot of good lyrical music. I think he's really good. I really like Polo G. I've always kind of liked Polo G. He's he's really good, and I mean, there's so many lyrical greats. I'll tell you, I absolutely love Tupac. I love Outkast.
Okay.
Man, I sometimes I feel like I was born in the wrong era. Like I really do. I love me some old music. I love it because man, they don't make it like that no more. I'm telling you, I tattoo to that music every day, and
Um,
it's different, man. It's different.
Man, I listen, like, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's crazy because I have a love for art too. I hid that throughout the years of me being young, you know what I mean? And then when I seen somebody like West Side Gun put it together, and you know what I mean, and with Benny and them and Conway. I
Yeah.
actually, here's a funny story. A guy, he's on Instagram. If you ever get a chance to follow him, follow Queen Hornet, right? How I got to like his stuff was he did a cover for El Camino, which is Benny the Butcher's cousin, right?
Hmm.
So I ended up doing an interview with him years ago. He's all the way out in Spain. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He gave me my first couple of hundred likes. And what was crazy is it connected me to El Camino, got with them, then also the artists that are behind Buffalo Kids, like I think his name is Isaac Paleo. Francis Gaultier, he's out of Philly, and I think he's in New York now, painting murals. That's how I got to connect, and my love for the art, it actually reflected the music, and it all came together. And now I got a couple of them following. You know what I'm saying? So just in those little things like that, and then I say, man, get a chance, follow them, man. Listen, they
No
respond
doubt.
back. You know what I'm
No
saying? Shout
doubt.
out to them too, but definitely, man, connect with them.
No doubt. No doubt.
Oh yeah. Now I gotta also ask you this: tattoos are a staple in today's society. So, what are some of the artists or entertainers that you would want to do some work for?
Shoot, man. Uh, I got a lot of family in D Town, and one of the first concerts I ever went to was Posty Fest, and I
Okay.
would kill to tattoo Post Malone. I love Post Malone's music. I think he's another artist who tells tons of good stories. I think he writes really well. He's super authentic. He's a genuine guy. I would love to tattoo Post Malone, big time. I mean, big time. And I mean, there's tons of athletes I would love to tattoo. Tons. I mean, NFL, NBA. Just I would love to put my artwork on them and let me tell their story on them.
Mhm.
And I mean, if I had one more, I'd probably say Brandon Ingram. I'd like to tattoo Brandon Ingram for sure.
Hey, send this to him. Hey,
Oh
send us.
yeah,
Hey,
yo, no doubt.
you may get that kickback. Hey, man, you'll be surprised when you tag somebody, man, and you'll see seen. You know what I'm saying on some of the
Yeah,
stuff
for
that you send
sure.
them. So, man, don't. Hey, man, hey, Brandon Ingram, if you watching right now, listen to me. Hey, man, you
Come
got an
on,
artist right here. Shout out to him, man, for real.
come on.
Now, by question, what is your best design or body of work that you feel like you've done so far, especially in the tattoo game?
Oh man, I don't know. I've done a lot. I've done a lot. Um, and I still have so much more to do. I got so much more to grow.
Mhm.
But there's some beautiful floral pieces that I've done, and I just did a portrait the other day of
Mhm.
Marcus Aurelius, and that I loved doing that one a lot. And I think I turned a lot of heads with that piece, and
Mhm.
let a lot of people know that like I'm here, and I'm a true artist, and um, that has to be probably one of my favorite pieces that I've done, for sure. And yeah, but a lot of my floral stuff too. I love to do floral work, and I think they're real original.
Mhm.
Cause I don't like to do any of those the same. Everything's
I
got to be different.
I had seen that. So my next question is, and you can go ahead and answer this one. And this is one is a huge one. If you were to tell people who you are, what would you tell them, and what would you like them to remember about you?
Um, shoot. If I were to tell people who I was, I would just, want them to know that I'm a real genuine human being. I'm a lover. I don't like to hold any animosity towards anybody. I want to help you to if I can help anybody, I'll do it. Like I will be there and I will do it. If you need me, I'm there. Like build that relationship with me and you got me. You know what I mean? I want people to know that I am just I'm a lover. I am a loving human, and that is what the Miller family represents. That's what the Miller name represents. Like that's what we do. We help and we love and we cherish what we got.
That's deep. Now I gotta ask you. Now this is the final question of the night. Any shout outs that you want to give, and also once again, let the people know how to contact you.
Man, I'll tell you. Shout out Steven Martinez. Shout out SEM Inc. SEM Inc. has helped me on my tattooing journey. Shout out Mags and Blades, of course. That is my shop. Shout out Robert Rawlingson.
Mhm.
He is my boss, my mentor. I mean, absolute great human. Shout out all the other artists in my shop. Shout out my family. And shout out Brandon Ingram and Post Malone. If y'all need some ink, come get me,
Hey.
man. Y'all follow my Instagram at ink by V Millie. Contact me, DM me, message me. All of my information's on there. Find me on all of my socials, and I appreciate you, man.
Oh, for sure, man, man. Listen, it's been a pleasure to interview you, and I am going to be looking for you on the basketball court as well as in the tattoo field. So I'm definitely going to keep my eye on you. If you ever need anything, by all means, man, it has been a pleasure. Like I say, your story is to be told, and it's just one part. That's like part one. That's the introductory part of your life. But man, you've transitioned to so much, and you've transitioned to higher heights and higher planes, man. And you're gonna continue to grow, and you gonna keep doing your thing. So shout out to you, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I love it. I'm loving it.
For sure, man. Listen, man. You are a extraordinary story, man. That's gonna transcend. And like I say, man, people gonna see this, and and to the people out there, if y'all ever have any type of questions, by all means, come on in, ask the questions, man. We are here for you. Like I said, we changing the world one conversation at a time. So, Vicen, man, it's been a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna always kick it, and you always invited, man. If you want to be a guest on when we talking about everyday topics, celebrity stuff, by all means, you got the floor. You
No
are
doubt.
invited,
No
man. For
doubt.
real.
I'll be in touch, brother. I'll be in touch. I appreciate you.
Definitely, man. Listen to me, man. Y'all follow him. Go over to his Instagram. Y'all go follow him right now. Listen, you seen the story on the YouTube. follow this story. Definitely go over there, show him some love, and get your tattoo, man. Definitely, man.
No.
Listen, it's at the bottom of the screen. If you take advantage today, listen to me, guys. If you take advantage today, listen, you see it right there. The Instagram's there, the location's there, the @ is there, and you'll get 20% off, courtesy of him, off the chain, man. Definitely, son.
Yes, sir.
It's been a pleasure, man. We're getting ready to wrap these people up, man. And I'm definitely gonna get this to you direct tonight, man. For real, for real.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man.
God bless.
God bless. Listen, guys, listen. It was a pleasure to do this interview. Listen, I hope you learned something. I hope you gathered some information. And like I said, he came from a straight, awesome walk of life. Been through a lot, but in the process, still has his head strong and he's still doing his thing. I also want to do this too, so y'all will know. Check this out. Listen. To anyone that is in need of a little marketing boost in your social media community, let us know. Let us do the walking and talking to your e-commerce services to deliver a sales increase, profitable and precise to not just you, the business person, but also to the consumer. They matter too. Put yourself in a win-win situation. Just email me at lets.yap.about.@gmail.com. That's Let's Yap About It @gmail.com. Put that dot behind Let's Yap and About, and then you already know what the rest is, and we can get you going. But listen to me. I'd like to thank you all for joining tonight's broadcast. And if I came up in your feed and you stopped to take a peek in, then come in, join the conversation, comment down below. Well, we'll have to come to an end, so tell a friend and let the conversation begin. So until the next time, we're going to yap about it. But first and foremost, I want to introduce you to an artist, man, one of my personal favorite, H-Town's own, Asteroid. He has an awesome song called Eternity. Man, he taking us home. Asteroid, take us out, baby. We gone. One.
It took some time for me to rise to these second times. Like these, I choose eternity from the heart that bleed to wounds. I read from the minds that seek what eyes can't see. Just say I know. I sing a melody I know. On days are obsolete I know. What she will want from me I know. What he will wanna be What's it like to be conscious? If I OD, then who starts talking? For my so-called widows in Austin, I leave some keys when we start talking. Hey mama, my words potent. And for the ocean, I'm on the coasting. Fuck the flow, then I'll be coasting. And for my motto, I'm still chosen. I got high. Spend my days back home and then I got high. Cause I've been caught up, so caught up. And days I wait for certain then will leave me hollow. But I'm glad I'm in. Lot of things tintin', lot of things transmit, lot of things transcend. Lot of things for you, if you know. Lot of things for you, oh, if you know. Hey, beyond, we go beyond. Now sing a melody beyond. On days of obsolete beyond. What she will want from me beyond. What he will want